Hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual information session for the 2024 Miscellaneous Utilities Projects on Orkney, Culver, and Huron View. I am Tracy Anderson. I am the project manager for the project. Also, we have Michelle Bennett as the community engagement specialist. Our contact info is shown here. If you have any technical questions on the presentation or the project, you can address them to me. If you have any specific questions on the public engagement, you can address them right to Michelle. The agenda for today's meeting is shown here. We are going to go through the project limits for each of the roads, the project purpose and details, timeline, some impacts on the residents, and finally communication. So here is the project limits for Orkney and Culver. It's going to be from Sunset for all of Orkney and the Culver Loop. And then we're going to go down Fountain Street about 200 feet to that first hydrant to connect to the main on Fountain. On Huron View, the limits are shown here. It's all of Huron View. From Main Street, we're going to connect on the east side of Main Street to that main, and then go all the way down Huron View and go about 200 feet past the cul-de-sac and replace that first hydrant on that private drive and connect to that main down there. Why are we doing this project? It's mainly to replace the undersized and aging water mains on Orkney and Culver. And we're going to consolidate two transmission mains into one larger main on Huron View. We're going to improve fire hydrant coverage. We're going to replace and add all the fire hydrants, or replace all the fire hydrants and add some more for increased fire hydrant coverage. On Huron View, we are also going to replace the storm sewer inlets and resurface the entire road. So here are the project overview for the project. It's a water main replacement project. So on both roads, we are going to install the new water main, transfer all the lead connections from the old main to the new main, and then disconnect and abandon the old main. This is not a road reconstruction project, so we're not moving curb, we're not replacing the base, we're not reconfiguring in any way. The road's going to look the same way it does now. No new bike lanes, no new pavement markings, no anything. It's going to look the same as it does now. So the two roads are a little different in this project. So on Orkney and Culver, it's only a water main replacement project. The road was not in bad enough condition to require resurfacing. So we're only replacing the water main, and the water funds are going to be paying for everything involved with the project. So we are going to remove the pavement needed to replace the water main. So this will be a trench down the road, and then any curb and gutter or driveway openings that need to be removed for the water main will be removed and replaced as part of the project. And then we're going to patch the trench when we're done, and in order for there to be a nice smooth surface, one even surface at the end, we're going to do a surface treatment over the entire road following the project. This is the plan right now. This is subject to change depending on the condition of the road at the end of the project. But right now, the city's preventative maintenance program will be doing this in the spring of 2025. On Huron View, we are installing a larger water main. We are connecting it on the east side of Main Street, and this will require us to be in the right northbound lane of Main Street. Then we are boring under the rest of Main Street, so the traffic won't be affected there. And then the trench for the water main down here on View will be in the westbound lane the entire way. Since the road condition on here on View was bad enough to require resurfacing, we are also going to resurface the entire road. So we are going to remove all the asphalt, including the asphalt that's overlaid onto the gutter pan, and then replace any curb that's needed, one for the water main and two for the paving. And so we're going to remove all the asphalt and then replace it up to the edge of the curb as it was originally. So as you can see in the pictures, that's the current condition of here on View, and then we're going to pave it up to the edge of the curb after, as shown in the picture. We're also going to replace all the catch basins as needed from this. We have some old style drop inlets, they're called, and we replace them with a inlet that's easier to maintain. They work a little better. So also I wanted to bring to your attention some opportunities for you in case you wanted to do them before the project. The per city code, any lead, a sanitary or storm sewer lead from the house, it's from the house to the main, is the homeowner's responsibility and their property. So if you want to replace your sanitary sewer, for instance, if it's an Orangeburg pipe, or you've had other problems with it, or your storm sewer pipe, for any reason, now would be a good time to do it because you don't have to pay to pave the road again, to patch the road back. If you have any questions on Orangeburg pipe, you can visit this website, a2.gov/Orangeburg pipe, or you can contact me I can explain the process a little more if you have any questions on that. So the overall project timeline is we are in design right now. We're going to be completing that soon in December of 2023. We're going to bid the project out in 2024 so we can get good prices and have a nice early start to the construction season about April of 2024. The final schedule will depend on the awarded contractor, and I will be sending that out when we know it, when the project actually starts. The project completion right now is November 2024, but these roads will be phased, so your road will not be under construction from April to November. That's just the entire project. So per road, it'll be about 2-3 months max that'll be under construction. But again, the detailed schedule will be dispersed later on when we know that. So the general impacts to the residents on the roads is that the local traffic will be allowed to use the road the entire time. So you'll always have access to your business, your residents. The water main will be on one side of the road. As you can see in this picture, the water main trench is on one side, and then there'll be an open lane for two-way traffic on the other side. So there'll be one lane for two-way traffic, so be aware of that. Drive slowly. The water main trench will be backfilled as they go, so it won't be open the whole entire road, but it'll just be gravel in that, so it'll be drivable in case you have to swerve over to let another car pass. There will be some temporary driveway closures if we have to replace the curb in front of your driveway or the driveway approach, which is like the flag of concrete behind the curb to the right-of-way line. You will get notified if we have to do this because you can't drive on the wet concrete for about 3 or 4 days. So you will get notified by the construction company when they are going to do this. And also I just wanted to point out that these construction workers know that they're in your neighborhood and they know that everybody has to get out in and out, they can't just stop using the road. So they will work with you. They're pretty accommodating if you talk to them just like, hey, I got to get out in a half hour. Which way do I go? Which way's better? Which is it safe to drive on here? Whatever. They will work with you if you have to get out over a trench. They can put down a plate if you give them enough notice. So feel free to talk to them. There'll also be a city inspector out there. I will forward you their contact information when we have that. And then also you can always talk to me or ask me any questions if you have any questions during construction. Impacts on the water. There will be some short periods of service interruptions when we connect the new main to the adjacent main and when we abandon the old main or the current main. So you will get notified of these occurrences with at least 24-hour notice. You'll get a door hanger like the one pictured on the right here, stating the dates for the planned shutdown. So during construction, water main breaks do occur. They're obviously not planned. We don't want them to happen, and we try very hard not to make them happen. But we are working close next to these old mains, and it does happen. So we will repair those as soon as possible. And I apologize in advance for any breaks that may happen, and I appreciate your patience with those. During construction, water may be discolored in your house. This is normal, and it's totally safe. It's just the heavy equipment in the area kind of stirs up what's already in the pipe, and it gets broken free and then gets into your house. So you can flush the water by going to the lowest faucet in your house, taking off the strainer on the faucet if there is one, and flush the cold water until it runs clear. So some general impacts to residents and business owners: mail delivery, garbage, recycling, Amazon deliveries, emergency access will all not be interrupted during construction. They might be slower. They might have to, you might have to put your garbage cans in a slightly different location, but they all will be accommodated throughout construction. Dust, noise, and vibrations is just the nature of construction. So we will try to keep it down, keep the dust down as much as possible. But I appreciate your patience with that because it will happen. Any lawn extensions that are disturbed will be restored. The lawn extension is the area of lawn between the curb and the right-of-way line. This is all city property that the construction crew can use for material storage. Sometimes it gets disturbed when we have to replace the curb, but it will all be topsoiled, seeded, and then mulched with the straw mulch. If there is a garden there currently, you may want to remove any plants you have there now, and don't plant the annual plants in the right of way next to the curb next year because they might be removed. But if there is a garden there and it is disturbed, they will just replace it with topsoil. They will not seed it with grass seed and put the straw mulch down. So they'll just have topsoil down, and then you can replace the flowers at your leisure. Some other general notes: please drive slowly through the construction zone. People are working there. Use caution. This goes without saying. Working hours throughout the project are 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Not every Saturday, but most Saturdays, and usually not football Saturdays. but no holidays. They probably won't be working 4th of July weekend either. So the communication for this project, I will be sending out a construction notification with an estimated schedule delivered to your door, probably taped right to your door before construction starts. You can subscribe to the website listed here, a2gov.org/2024 utilities. And then that will put you on an email list. And if we have updates, we can email you. So you're privy to those. And then if you have any questions or comments about anything throughout the project, you can always email me or call me at any time. So thank you for your time. If you have any questions on the presentation, please feel free to contact me. And thank you for your time.